Good evening. Today we're exploring the powerful connection between culture, language, and learning, especially when it comes to supporting English learners, or ELs. We'll look at how cultural awareness shapes effective instruction, the importance of classroom and family partnerships, and actionable strategies to help every student feel seen, supported, and successful. Culture deeply influences how students learn and how teachers teach. It affects communication styles, learning preferences, views on authority, and student behavior. For example, in some cultures, speaking up may be seen as disrespectful, while others, it's encouraged as participation. That's why cultural competence is essential. It means understanding, respecting, and integrating students' cultural backgrounds into our teaching practices. For ELs, cultural competence helps build trust, engagement, and a learning environment where students feel valued and understood. We can integrate EL's cultural values by incorporating culturally relevant text, celebrating holidays and traditions, and using examples that reflect their lived experiences. This shows students that their identities matter, not just at home, but in school too. The role of culture in student learning. Culture isn't just a backdrop. It's central to how students process information, solve problems, and interact with others. A culturally responsive classroom acknowledges that learning is not one size fits all. Classroom and school environments significantly impact language acquisition. When students feel safe, respected, and included, they are more likely to take risks and use academic language. To create this inclusive environment, we must use visuals, gestures to support comprehension, display multilingual labels and materials, encourage peer collaboration and group talk, offer clear routines and expectations that honor diverse needs. Here are some ways to actively support and celebrate cultural diversity in the classroom. Student identity projects can be used to have students share their backgrounds, traditions, and family stories through art, writing, or presentations. Multilingual libraries that include books and resources in students' home languages. Create time for connection and shared stories through morning meetings or community circles. Encourage translanguaging, where students use both their home language and English to learn. These strategies don't just affirm identity, they enhance learning by tapping into prior knowledge and linguistic strengths. Not all English learners are the same. Some may have special needs, others may be newcomers, long-term ELs, or gifted students. Being responsive means differentiating instruction, offering visuals, sentence stems, native language support, and scaffolding. It's also essential to meet social and emotional needs. ELs often experience culture shock, isolation, or anxiety. Build relationships, offer a welcoming environment, and check in regularly. Classroom routines should be predictable but flexible, allowing space for students to express who they are and what they need. When we understand students' cultural and emotional worlds, we create routines that are truly inclusive. Families and communities bring in valuable knowledge and what we call funds of knowledge. These practices influence language learning through stories, traditions, and values shared at home. To strengthen school partnerships, host family literacy nights or cultural events. Use multilingual communication apps. Invite families to share their skills or heritage in class. Provide translated materials and interpreters. Offer training on how to support learning at home. Family engagement should be strength-based, not deficit-focused. Instead of asking what families lack, we should ask what do they bring. Their languages, their values, and ways of knowing are assets, not obstacles. When we teach with cultural responsiveness, we're not just teaching content. We're building bridges. We're affirming identities, honoring voices, and empowering multilingual learners to thrive. So let's commit to knowing our students deeply, connecting with families authentically, and creating classrooms where every culture is celebrated and every student feels like they belong. Thank you for joining. Let's continue to grow, reflect, and take action in support of all learners, because equity begins with understanding.